It's been 13 days since the Bengaluru police filed an FIR in the Sandalwood drug case, but former Karnataka minister and Vivek Oberoi's brother-in-law Aditya Alva is still untraceable. The accused number 6 in the case has been missing since the 4th of September. Alva is accused of sale and purchase of banned drugs and distributing it to celebrities. Aditya's luxury residence called House of Life in Bengaluru's Hebbal was raided on Tuesday, where he allegedly hosted drug parties. According to police, arrested Kannada actors Ragini and Sanjana also used to attend parties at Aditya's house. On Wednesday, after Ragini Dwivedi, Sanjana Galrani has also been sent to judicial custody, which means she too will be lodged at the Parapana Agrahara.
Top actors, drugs and VVIP parties. From Bollywood to Sandalwood, the drug scandal in film industries is getting bigger by the day. In Karnataka, 2 more high-profile actors have now been caught in the Sandalwood drug net. Actor Dignath and his wife Endrita Ray were summoned by the Bengaluru's crime branch for questioning on Wednesday. They were grilled for more than 4 hours and then let off. However, the sources said the actor couple will be summoned again. While the probe is only widening, the 2 prime accused actors, Ragini and Sanjana, remain jailed after they failed to secure the bail. Sanjana is now likely to be given judicial custody. Both actors allegedly have links to peddlers and had consumed drugs in parties. The remand copy shows messages exchanged between the actors and peddlers. As the probe continues, the politics is only intensifying, with opposition accusing the government of targeting them under the pretext of drug probe. This after there were reports of Congress MLA Zamir Ahmed, who had visited a casino in Colombo with actor Sanjana.
ಈ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಸಿನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವೇನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಯಾಸಿನೋ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯಲ್ಲ ಈ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ನಡೀತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ನೈಟ್ ಬಾರ್ಗಳಿಗೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಹಲವಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ 5 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೂ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ಗಳು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ದಂಧೆಗಳು ನಡೀತವೆ.
These drug cases are found for last several years, more so in 2018 and 19 under the opposition government itself.
Okay.
For the first time we are taking it head on. They have not taken any action. That is why we are forced to take some drastic steps now.
The government has stood behind the police by giving them a free hand in the ongoing investigations. So far, 10 people have been arrested, including foreign nationals.
With the Central Crime Branch questioning 2 more actors in the ongoing Sandalwood drug scandal, the probe is slowly but surely intensifying. However, the opposition claims that this is nothing but diversionary tactics on part of the government to avoid important and pressing matters in the state. With video journalist Madhuar, Nolan Pinto for India Today.
Meanwhile, in Bollywood, the drug debate is also raging on after veteran actor Jaya Bachchan called out Kangana-Ranaut and BJP MP Ravi Kishan for defaming and maligning the industry. Kangana has hit back. It's all about talis and galis in Bollywood now.
Kangana-Ranaut has now trained her guns at Rajya Sabha MP and actor Jaya Bachchan.
Industry.
On Tuesday, Jaya Bachchan had first criticized those vilifying Tinseltown with claims of drugs and then lashed out at Kangana for her harsh comments on Bollywood.
I hope the government tells these people who have made their earning, name and fame in this industry to stop using such language. You cannot tarnish the image of the entire industry.
And as support swelled for Jaya Bachchan's defense of Bollywood, Kangana opened another front with an attack on the veteran actor. Kangana even went on to say that she had promoted feminism and fought for women empowerment in the film industry. Jaya Bachchan has paid the price for taking on Kangana, so much so that she has been given extra police security after being viciously trolled online. On the other hand, the Member of Parliament was lauded by many for showing courage.
I just feel that extremely hardworking people are there in film industry. And when you're talking about film industry, let's understand this loud and clear once and for all. It is not just a few stars you're talking about. You're attacking an entire industry which has so many lakhs of people there earning their bread and butter, making the name for themselves. Are you trying to tell me that any and every technician will go home, his wife and kids will be wondering whether he was on drugs and he has come back home to his own house?
अगर ये ड्रग का जो हो रहा है, जो हर जगह हो रहा है, हर जगह होने की वजह से उसका असर डेफिनेटली बॉलीवुड में भी जो पड़ा हुआ है उसको हटाना चाहिए, निकालना चाहिए, उसको जल्द से जल्द जो it is not the entire Bollywood is bad. Entire Bollywood is such a beautiful, it's an art and culture का एक industry है. इतने लोगों को वो job देता है. How many people are living on this Bollywood?
She has just hit the nail on the head. What we couldn't put in words, she has said each and every word so precisely with facts. It looks like that this is the only industry that is the nastiest one in the entire country right now. That's how it's been projected, which I totally stand against. And I don't think that this industry is the worst place to be in how it's getting projected right now.
The Shiv Sena, which has been the biggest target of Kangana Ranaut, hailed Jaya Bachchan for carrying the flag for Bollywood.
The drugs debate in Bollywood continues to rage on, but as the camp wars break out over this debate, it is the image of the industry itself, the film industry, Bollywood, that has taken a beating. Paulami Saha in Delhi for India Today.
After the defense minister gave a no-nonsense message to China from the Lok Sabha, Rajnath Singh is all set to address the Rajya Sabha on the India-China border standoff. This will be at 12 p.m. today. What's different this time around is that the opposition, which didn't get a chance to seek clarifications from the Raksha Mantri, may get a chance this time. This after the opposition, especially the Congress, sought clarification from the government on the border standoff. During his Lok Sabha speech, the defense minister took the dragon by its horns, saying that India is ready and is committed to peace, but is ready for any contingency as well. He also exposed China's dual tongue in Parliament, saying that Chinese continues to transgress even as talks between both nations are underway. During his speech in the Lok Sabha, a visible disgust was seen for the defense minister as far as Chinese actions were concerned. His tone remained combative over Chinese violations, and he at all points rallied behind our forces. Now, China is again engaging in a blame game against India on border tensions. After Rajnath Singh lashed out at China for creating friction points, Beijing has responded, accusing India of opening fire first and violating norms.
चीन की तरफ से 29 और 30 अगस्त की रात को प्रोवोकेटिव सैनिक कार्रवाई की गई, जो पेंगोंग लेक के साउथ बैंक एरिया में स्टेटस को बदलने का प्रयास था। लेकिन एक बार फिर हमारी आर्म फोर्सेस द्वारा टाइमली और फॉर्म एक्शंस के कारण उनके प्रयास विफल कर दिए, अध्यक्ष महोदय।
Even as border tensions are heating up, a cold wintry chill has set in when it comes to bilateral ties. The blame game has begun. China, the provocator, is now accusing India of having fired the first shots. Responding to Rajnath Singh's statement in Parliament, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson says India broke the rule first, fired first, and it is up to India to take measures to de-escalate and implement five-point agenda. This is not the first time China has tried to change the narrative. That has been part of China's playbook. But a determined India won't back down.
इस सदन की गौरवशाली परंपरा रही है कि जब भी देश के समक्ष कोई बड़ी चुनौती आई है, तो इस सदन ने भारतीय सेनाओं की दृढ़ता और संकल्प के प्रति पूरी अपनी एकता और भरोसा दिखाया। साथ ही सीमा क्षेत्र में तैनात अपने बहादुर सेना के जवानों के शौर्य, पराक्रम और सीमा की सुरक्षा के प्रति उनकी प्रतिबद्धता पर पूरा इस सदन ने विश्वास व्यक्त किया है, अध्यक्ष महोदय।
Where does that leave diplomacy? Throughout the crisis, China has spoken the folk tongue. Aggression at the border coupled with diplomatic sweet talk. The five-point consensus is just another document to keep talking. Sources say unless there is some real intent shown by Beijing, there can be no resolution.
हमारे बॉर्डर एरिया में मौजूदा मुद्दों का हल शांतिपूर्ण बातचीत और कंसल्टेशन के जरिए किए जाने के प्रति कमिटेड है। इस उद्देश्य को पाने के लिए मैं अपने चाइनीज काउंटर पार्ट से 4 सितंबर को मॉस्को में मिला और उनसे हमारी इन डेप्थ डिस्कशन भी हुई। मैंने यह भी स्पष्ट किया कि हम इस मुद्दे को शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से हल करना चाहते हैं और हम चाहते हैं कि चीनी पक्ष हमारे साथ मिलकर काम करे। वहीं हमने यह भी स्पष्ट कर दिया कि हम भारत की सॉवरेंटी और टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी की रक्षा के लिए पूरी तरह से डिटरमिन्ड हैं।
While India thought it is prudent to engage, the benefits of such engagement are yet to translate into peace and tranquility at the border. China's expansionist policies might be a backlash post the pandemic, but one that will have long-term impact on India-China ties since the dynamics on the ground have changed forever with gunshots being fired for the first time since 1975. With Geeta Mohan in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
With tensions continuing to escalate at the line of actual control, the Narendra Modi government has cleared a secret operation to take strategic heights along the line of actual control. The recent gains made by our army were made under the same operation. We get you details of this operation. This is an India Today exclusive by Gaurav Sawant.
Things have significantly changed at the line of actual control in Ladakh since the Indian Army's preemptive actions from August the 29th. And now with China dilly-dallying over the restoration of status quo ante at the line of actual control, India Today tells you about how a top-secret plan to create a quid pro quo situation was actually achieved. The government cleared this secret plan to take strategic heights along the line of actual control to prevent the Chinese from occupying them late in August and to give the country an advantage at the negotiation table. And we now know that the operation was codenamed Snow Leopard. The army on the ground drew out a meticulous and detailed plan late in August to capture heights that would give the army a tactical advantage on the ground and a strategic advantage in negotiations.
It is a detailed planning, almost about 2 months of planning. And when you say planning, it is a selection of troops, selection of weapon, their rehearsal, identifying the area, then meticulous execution. It is each and every detail because in any operation there are no runner-ups.
The army identified peaks on either side of the Pangong Tso and also at Galwan, Gogra and other friction points. Specialist high-altitude warfare soldiers were drawn, and as China engaged India in dialogue, the Indian teams planned to occupy strategic heights. Each peak was war-gamed and a time was set for multiple simultaneous operations.
The army initially waited for China to go back across the line of actual control and the restoration of the LAC and status quo ante. But when China did not do that, India realized that India will have to take effective countermeasures. From the Chief of the Army Staff, General M.M. Naravne at the Army headquarters, to General Y.K. Joshi, the Army commander, the corps commander, the div commanders, several brigade commanders and even company commanders on ground had to be on the same page for meticulous planning and flawless execution of Operation Snow Leopard.
On the nights of August the 29th and 30th, the teams were launched near simultaneously as inputs indicated that the Chinese were planning another transgression south of Pangong Tso. Operation Snow Leopard was underway.
I would say that the preemptive operations which are done on the 29th August, both South Bank of Pangangso, North Bank of Pangangso and other areas to dominate the area of LAC, they were done with precision. In fact, I would say the very planning, the move, the speed of operation and the boldness with which they're done is a classic example. And it's a competition with the other side because Indian Army do not trust the Chinese, and therefore it was important that it has to be done with precision and boldness.
It was a race against time, and before the Chinese could react, as part of Operation Snow Leopard, the army had taken control of strategic heights overlooking the Chinese defenses, not just on either side of Pangong So, but also at other friction points, and also increased deployment in the Depsang Plains to protect northern Ladakh. You've been hearing about the reports for over 2 weeks now, and now we tell you that it has a name: Operation Snow Leopard.
Does this mean that China will now escalate the situation at the LAC between October and November like it did in 1962? Or has Indian Army seen through China's game, deployed soldiers not just on dominating heights, but also as part of Operation Snow Leopard, ensured that our boys are effectively looked after in terms of that supply chain, the logistics chain? One thing is very clear. The army is now deployed at the line of actual control for the long haul, and Operation Snow Leopard has many more. Indian Army has many more aces up their sleeve. With cameraman Kripal Singh in Ladakh, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
Even as the border tension heats up at the line of actual control, India strongly raised its disapproval to China after reports of Chinese tech firm snooping over 10,000 prominent Indians was exposed. Now, India has raised the issue with the Chinese envoy in India and has set up a special cyber security panel to study the reports of Chinese snooping. In the report, it was highlighted that a Shenzhen-based firm, Zhenhua, who has close links with the Chinese Communist Party, snooped on famous Indians. This includes the Prime Minister, the President and military chiefs on the basis of social media posts. It's being learnt that the firm began its operations back in 2018 and has been snooping data of not only Indians but other citizens as well. China, on its part, has denied all these allegations, claiming that China has been a staunch supporter of cybersecurity and opposes all forms of cybercrime.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.